Well, now that Jack has done a playthrough of Super Metroid, back to trying to finish things in this region. There's no point in talking to anyone in our hometown because they all have the same dialogue as when we left. Can't even get some heartwarming moment with our mother. Because, of course, our mother only exists to be a Pokemon Center in the one town that doesn't have a Pokemon Center in this game. Rather depressing. Okay, I damn well know our encounter rate wasn't this high back when we first started the game. Not that these ambushes actually mean anything, we can take them down the instant we see them, but still. Good, and he didn't feel the need to lock the door when he came back, meaning we should get the next badge in this clip. How the hell does nobody know the identity of the gym leader in an official Pokemon gym? I would think that would be pretty damn important. Okay, so we've got those annoying arrow tiles that'll send us spinning. Not much of an obstacle, but I suppose it helps to make things feel unique compared to the other gyms so far. I don't think Arbok counts as a ground type, but I can't say it would feel out of place for a snake if it doubled as a ground type, but yeah. According to the game, that is a pure poison. Right, good job at leveling up there, Garm. You've got 107 on your card right now, and our next enemy is a Tauros, which, last I checked, is a normal type, not ground. Again, it wouldn't feel out of place if it was a ground type, but apparently the advice guy is proven as most useless now that we're in Giovanni's gym. Unfortunately, to me, this doesn't feel like a jump in difficulty. It feels like something that gyms should have been doing once we got through the first 2 or 3. Throw some frickin' curveballs at us so we don't get absolutely complacent on our way to the next major challenge, though. Considering how powerful we are compared to the non-gym leaders, yeah, we're still getting complacent here. Careless or not, you're done, and there are plenty of other trainers in this building for us to deal with. I'm sorry, but there's no such thing as the ultimate form. Hell, a lot of modern martial arts are very different from what they were like back when they were first thought up. These things tend to change quite a bit as people's needs and the dangerous stuff around them shift around. Besides, despite having a move explicitly named Karate Chop, I don't see him a joke as a karate Pokemon. He is literally inspired by a 1980s cliché of a frickin' pro wrestler. Ugh. It wouldn't have mattered because we took the poor bastard down before he had a chance to throw a single attack. Yes, we already established that's the case, hence why we're in here instead of aimlessly wandering around wondering how to get the 8th gym badge when we've already visited every town in the region already. Well, at least a Nidorino can evolve into a partial ground type. That's better than some of the others we've come across so far. And here's our first ground type in the ground type gym. That didn't take a painfully long amount of time, but it still took longer than I was expecting considering how the other gyms have gone. Despite this, the only trainer worth a damn in this building is gonna be Giovanni. And I don't like his chances. Yeah, that tends to happen when you send a poison type against a psychic. Wish I had a suggestion for you to counter, Neo, but unfortunately, the two best counters for psychic are in the next generation. This looks like it's faster to walk than to end up sent somewhere via the tiles. No surprise there. Funny, I thought we fought the Karate King back in the dojo next to Sabrina's gym. Or did that martial arts guy go by a different name? Hey, it's been so long I don't remember. And I'm not about to double check the footage. At least they managed to finally get an attack of their own instead of just getting one shot so often like they have been around here. It's funny how Neo still feels like our most powerful, even if the scorecard doesn't show him having as many wins as anyone else on the current roster right now. Though he is still pretty close to Garms. Oh dear, and we're back to seeing trainers send out the exact same Pokemon in the exact same battle. Come on, man! There's enough variety of Pokemon even this early in the series where you can avoid repeating species, while still having just as many Pokemon that go with the same theme here. What's stopping this guy from sending a Hitmonlee at us, anyway? Or maybe a Manakee or something. And that does it. Everyone on the team is level 44. And what makes you think Jack here isn't ready for the league? Because even just looking at the level of our Pokemon, it's fairly easy to say that we're above the capabilities of the average trainer. And we certainly tore through you without too much trouble. It's kind of an iffy thing to do when you're personally going into battle and just downright dumb when you're just telling others what to do in a fight. Was kind of hoping we'd left trainers who bother using the X-Stat items long behind us. But then I suppose it didn't really make much of a difference what that guy did in that one turn he had between sending that Machop out and when we knocked it out. The little guy just did not stand a chance, even if there is only a 4-level difference between us. Right, that makes 147 for Takanabori so far, and 816 for the team as a whole. Still not worthy of what, specifically? Not really. We've been more worn down by wild Pokemon than the trainers in this gym, though I suppose you aren't actually talking about the status of our Pokemon at the moment. I've got to admit, as a player, I'm more than eager to just end my work on this game and move on to the next one on my list. A constantly growing list that has no real set of priorities, so pretty much anything can end up being the next project. From something I've known and experienced since childhood, to something that was only released just a few months ago and I only discovered a few days back. And since I make no income from the videos I post and I'm not all that obsessed with gaining more viewers, even if I wouldn't mind people watching what I do, it's not exactly a source of a lot of stress in my life here. So while there might be some moments where I run lower on the kind of energy I need to keep making videos, I don't see much risk of me outright running out of gas here. I'm sure you do, but it's not like we can listen to that music. If anything, I've taken a mute in the game when I'm writing the script for lines for me to say, since, we've heard the same battle music again so many times, against so many trainers and wild encounters, that while I wouldn't say it's gotten bad, it's kind of worn out its charm for me at the moment. You've certainly heard it often enough in this playthrough that it's not like I'm missing much, and when I start getting the audio done for this game, I do hear at least some of the bits and pieces again, as I try to make sure I'm audible over the game. It's cute how they think they're keeping it coy and secret in a game that has no actual plot to speak of. Even in my first playthrough as a kid, I didn't know, and I didn't really care. It was just another obstacle on our way to the credits. Well, I can't really say if how we're surfing over your one Pokemon is especially stylish, but it's certainly effective. Well, of course you did, because we practically drowned your Rhino Pokemon. A little hard to keep a grip on wet rock, though I don't see why you'd be riding the thing when in the middle of a Pokemon battle. That's kind of dangerous there. Not too sure why I thought there'd be some more items hidden in the corners there. That was never the case with any of the other gyms we've been to, but then I don't think any of the others had a convenient revive just sitting around either. Anyway, last man in the building is Giovanni himself. Just need to do a quick heal, then we have our third match against him, and I wish I was looking forward to it. Hell, he wound up feeling like an absolute badass monster in the Pokemon Twitch plays, mostly because every encounter with him involved going through a maze and the mass number of players couldn't coordinate well enough to get to him in a reasonable amount of time. And to be fair, that kind of playthrough-specific storytelling is quite the charm for games with little to no plot. But when most games I see with playthrough-specific trials and interesting player-created plot lines, well, most of those tend to be things like Dark Souls and XCOM. That's not to say that easier games can't be fun in their own right, just that I'm having a hard time feeling emotionally invested in what's going on right now because it's been such an easy ride for us for the most part, with only dungeons making things annoying for us for any decent period of time. Though there have been the occasional early on trainers that just made me go, oh, what the hell? That sort of thing. There are painfully few people that we've met on this journey overall who could be considered worthy opponents. And the closer we get to the end of this journey, I keep asking myself why it's so important to become the champion of the region, to be considered a Pokemon master. When Ash Ketchum in the anime goes through his seemingly never-ending journey, he makes friends of people and Pokemon both, as he goes from town to town, road to road. The battles he goes through measure the bonds he's formed, and win or lose, he still has plenty of reason to be happy most of the time. But Jack? The player character for the first generation of Pokemon here, he has not made any friends with other people. And while we've certainly had fun with the Pokemon we've gone on this journey with, it feels somehow incomplete to me. The only reason we are battling is for pride. The only thing we can do with our Pokemon is battle. The only things we can look forward to are future battles. There's nothing we can do with the Pokemon on our team other than those battles. And that's part of the reason why I end up feeling guilty whenever we send any Pokemon to the box, and why I can never really feel motivated to try to catch them all, which deprives me of meeting the 3 legendary birds and Mewtwo. I know I should be paying more attention to this battle itself, especially since he's down to his last 2 Pokemon. It just struck me that this third encounter with the player reinvigorates Giovanni's enjoyment of more simple things, of Pokemon battles for the joy of competition, instead of all the various money-making schemes. But the player character, when all the battles are done, will become a damn hermit who just keeps on training and hopes to one day see a worthy opponent climb Mount Silver to face him. That feels more like the sort of story result I would expect in a show like One Punch Man. Not Pokemon, but this is indeed the first Pokemon story. Well, of course it felt intense to the guy who got absolutely stomped. I'm afraid the person who was doing the stomping, though, wasn't paying enough attention to you. Sorry about that. I'll try to make up for it in the next clip when we see how Blue Team handles the same fight. And then, on to the last Red versus Blue for this playthrough. I don't think gift is the right word for it, since we beat you fair and square in the gym, and every other gym leader handed one over after their defeat. Well, you're running the gym again now, so it can't be all that long ago, and you can get back to doing it. Oh no, it's not finished forever. They've got more antics to pull in the second generation. Again, I have no clue how long it's going to take for me to get there, but they will have some more antics. Anyway, happy journeys to you, Giovanni. Just need to save and end this clip, then take a breather before going to the next leg of the journey and heading to Victory Road. Oh, come on, I'm pretty sure, legally speaking, for an official gym badge, he had to register his name somewhere. The whole Giovanni was a mysterious gym leader thing just doesn't work no matter how I try to look at it.